morning students. How are you all? Yes. So yesterday we discussed about the living and non-living thing. Already we discussed this 2 points. First one, living things need food and water. All living things need food and water to get energy to live. Students, some animals get their food from the plants. Some animals get their food from other animals. They kill the other animals and eat their flesh. Some animals eat both plants as well as the animals also. And the plants, they get the food. They prepare their food by their own self. Now the another point is living things need air, sunlight and warmth to live. All living things need air to breathe. They use different organs for the breathing. Some animals use the lungs. Some animals like frog use lungs as well as the skin. Some animals like insects, they use the air holes present on their body. Then fish always lives in the water. So fish use gills for the respiration or the breathing organ. Then plants use stomata which is present over their leaves. Now today we discuss about the third point, that is living things move from one place to another. All living things, they move from one place to another to get their food, for the shelter, to complete their needs. Now see students, insects, all you know, cockroach, then spider, butterflies. So these insects, they are having the 6 legs. All insects are having the 6 legs. With the help of these legs, they move from one place to another. Then birds, all you know, birds are having 2 legs and the 2 wings. With the help of the wings, birds can fly. Then some birds like duck, then crane, which swim in the water. These birds having their web feet. Their feet are joined with the skin, and this skin, this web feet helps them to swim in the water. Some animals like fish, which is living in the water, it helps fin to the swim. Then some animals like snake. Snake is not having the limbs, so it slides on the ground. It just slides on the ground. Some animals crawl on the ground, like some insects like worms, they crawl also. Then some animals walk with the help of legs. Now what about the plants? Can plants move from one place to another? Yes, the answer is no. Plants cannot move from one place to another. Then yes, with the help of wind, other sources, that plants can move their body organs like the branches, flowers, fruit, that moves. Plants cannot move from one place to another, but it moves its branches or its parts. Now the fourth point is living things need suitable place to live. We all are also living in the homes like this. All living things, they need their suitable place to live. Some plants like coconut, it needs the warmth, so it always found in the coastal area or near the seashore. Some plants like apple, it always found in the cold region. Then some animals like polar bear. Then yes, that polar bear, it also always found in the polar region. Then Arctic fox. Some animals like elephant, then cheetah, it found in the grassland area. So like this. And some animals like sparrow, it is found all over. All over it will be the found. Now the next point is grow. All living things grow step by step. See students, if you use your last year shoes, so it will be fit in your leg? No. Why? Because your legs get grow. Yes, your body get grow. You might be you grow. So like this, plants also. If you sow some seeds, so what happens? Just it sprout. Then small plants will come. See, then after some days grow like this, means it grows day by day, like all living things grows their lifespan. Then next one is the living things produce young ones. Living things produce young ones means what? They reproduce. Reproduce means what? They just produce similar to their characters, just similar to them. Means if cat reproduce, so cat gives the birth to the kitten only. Dog gives the birth to the puppy only. Like this, means similar to their characters. If you sow the mango seed, you will get the mango plant only. So this is the produce young ones. How they produce them? Some animals like birds, then some like snake, then frog, then fish, they lay the eggs. They lay the eggs, and from their eggs they gives the birth to their young ones similar to them. If fish eggs you found, so from that eggs you find out or that reproduce only the fish. So like this, some animals lays the eggs, and from that eggs they produce the young ones. Then some animals like lion, cheetah, then dog, cat, human beings, they produce their young ones. They give birth to their young ones. They didn't lay the eggs. They directly give the birth to their young ones. Now what about the plants? See students, some plants are having the fruits. In their fruits, they are having the seeds. Yes, if you sow the seeds, so what happens after some days, the plant will grow. But not all plants will grow from the seeds only. Some plants with the help of their stem, yes, sugarcane, you might be knows that. Then rose also. So they grow by the stem. Some plants grow by the leaves also. If you put the leaves in the soil, then it grows. So different animals or different living things give young ones or reproduce them by the different ways. Next one is living things gives out waste products. Waste products means what? Our body, living organisms always in the active mode. They are doing some activities. They are using the energies, and so due to that some waste product will be formed in our body, in all living things. The waste products will be formed in the living things body. So it's need to remove from our body because it is somewhat toxic, it is somewhat harmful to our body. Not for our body only, all living things. All living things, if they produce the waste, so it may be removed from our body. So these living organisms or living things, they gives out, they remove the waste products. Now what about the plants? Will you know how the plants will reproduce the or plants will gives out the waste products? Yes. If you found some plants gives out the gum, all you seen that? Yes, the gum is the waste product of the plant. Then next one is it responds to stimuli. All living things respond to stimuli, means they give some response, they activate themselves. See students, if you put some sugar, so what happens after some times? Yes, that some ants will comes there. Why this happens? Yes, because the smell of this sugar attracts that ants and they gather over there. So the smell of that sugar is just stimuli for that ants. Similarly, some plants like sunflower, then lotus flower always opens in the sunrise and it closes at the night. Why this happens? Because it stimulates to the sun rays. Then similarly sunflower is always bends toward the sun rays. It always move toward the sun rays. Then again you might be found that touch me not plant, mimosa plant. So if you touch that plant, so what happens? It closes its leaves. Why this happens? Because it stimulates the response. Now see students, this is about ourselves also. Now how? Suppose I throw this ball towards you. Then what happens? You might be close your eyes. You might be avoid this ball. Yes, you might be repel this ball. Why this happen? Because you respond to that. If suppose I throw this ball to this board, so will it respond? No. So all living things respond to the stimuli. Then next point is it have a lifespan. See students, all animals having their lifespan. After some time they will be the dead. No one will be the live long life or all over. So after some times they will be the die. Now how the lifespan is? All living things like animals, all animals, they are having their growth in a certain lifespan. Might be some are 2 years, might be some 12 years, might be some 15 years. After that their growth will be stopped. But plants grows in is all lifespan. All lifespan it takes. So this is all about the characters of the living things. Now let's see what are the difference in living and non-living things. So let's see what are the difference in living and non-living things. So students, all you know that what are the characters of the living things? Yes. So all these characters are having the living things and these characters are not found in the non-living things. Yes. Why this happens? Because living things are having the life and the non-living things, they are not having the life. Stone is having the life? No. So what is the first character of the living things? They need food and water. Yes. In non-living things, they do not need the food and water. They do not need. They need food and water. Non-living things, they do not need the food and water. Have you ever seen that rocks will need the water or rocks need the food? Have you given them? No. Then next one, living things need sunlight, air and warmth. While these non-living things, they do not need sunlight, air and warmth. They never need all that things. Then third one, living things move from one place to another. They can move. While non-living things, they do not move. Living things move and non-living things do not move from one place to another. Then these living things respond to stimuli. It responds to stimuli while non-living things do not respond. They do not respond to the stimuli. Living things give birth to the young ones. They give birth to the young ones or they reproduce. While non-living things, they do not reproduce. They reproduce? No. Non-living things do not reproduce. Living things need their space to live. They need the space to live. While non-living things, they do not need. So, students, these are the characters of the living things and the non-living things. Now, give me some answers. You have to think over all these points, and tomorrow we will continue with the recall or summary of the lesson, because we all revise this lesson, all lesson. But before that, you have to think over these questions. Which questions? See, car is having the 4 wheels. Yes, car moves from one place to another. Yes, so my question is, do the car is living thing or non-living thing? Yes, then another question is, see students, robot is looking like the human beings. Yes, whenever you give the command, it performs the work. It may be walk from one place to another. Yes, it respond. Whatever you give instruction, it follows. So the next question is, do the robots are living or non-living thing? So today you have to think over these questions, recall this lesson. So tomorrow we will continue with the summary of the lesson. Goodbye students.